do have kids, options of early childhood education,
KMTV, thank you so much for joining us. We right here at the Tubman GSTM, where the Faculty Association of TU is having a press conference.
Dr. Wilson has used the library and most recently the classroom as his prison. This is not without violation of the university handbook. A trained accountant was a few months ago transferred to the classroom after his audit report showed that one of the vice presidents has stolen more than $1 million Liberian dollars from the school bus fund. Recently, this president unilaterally transferred a bachelor degree holder to the classroom and assigned the person in question the rank of an assistant professor. What university president does that? Additionally, Dr. Wilson has re-employed former employees who were once upon a time dismissed for multiple reasons, including stealing. We demand an investigation into these reappointments, as these employees were not only brought back, but were given higher positions and paychecks. On the issue of retirement, we also request an investigation into recent acts of maneuvering that placed some support staff members in the classroom to avoid retirement, while in reality they are not teaching. Wherefore, the Tubman University Faculty Association held a special General Assembly Saturday, February 12, 2022, presided over by its president, Francis K. Fuka, in line with its constitution and bylaws. Whereas, the Special General Assembly, which was held on the campus of Tubman University, held in Maryland County, Liberia, with majority of faculty members in attendance. Wherefore, the president of TUFA briefed the Special General Assembly on the status of the communication requesting Tubman University administration to address issues affecting faculty members since December 2021. Whereas, faculty members present at the General Assembly lamented the unwillingness of administration to meet, discuss, and implement our request in good faith. Whereas, these issues include but not limited to: A, salary. That the administration present communication from government of Liberia instructing TU to effect 3%, 5%, 7%, and 10% deductions respectively from its employees' salaries to address the issue of harmonization, salary, requesting salary increment, tenure and promotion, to provide faculty members research allowance to enhance their path towards research, publication, and promotion, just as the president, his executive assistant, and other cabinet members have allocated United States $97,000, $200 annually in research to themselves. Employment status, that the university provides employment status and not contract after probationary period. On the issue of housing and housing compensation, that maintenance fees be immediately seized and our faculty without housing be retroactively paid their housing allowances. To address the issue of SAD insurance, to provide offices for faculty members, improve teaching conditions, the restoration of monthly allowance of $800 USD for departmental chairs, the payment of all outstanding faculty overloads, to address the backlog in Social Security remittance for affected employees/contractors, the issuance of pay slips from 2019 to date, to provide administration provides copies of the payroll from 2019 to date to TUFA, that Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, Administration, and TUFA discussed the university's payroll relating to direct deposits from the ministry, payroll control, and the standards used across all public universities. to provide residence permits to employees who have already paid through salary deductions, while restituting the monies to those who have already gotten their papers on their own, to revert to the selection committee's recommendation, and more importantly, the handbook's regulation in providing scholarship opportunities to employees, to provide Tubman with a well-furnished office on campus for its operations, to cease the involuntary transfer of administrative or support staff to the classrooms as a means of punishment, and the replacement of Dr. Elliot Wilson as president of Tubman University.
Also in support of this.
Wherefore, considering administration's lack of commitment to honor these issues affecting faculty members, and by consensus of the Special General Assembly, the body overwhelmingly resolved to disengage from all academic activities effective Saturday, February 26, 2022, until all of its demands are met. Thank you very much.
Well, that was the Faculty Association Tubman University press statement, and particularly the outline several counts ranging. We will have this action very shortly. The Faculty Association of Tubman University on Saturday begin a go-through action, and of course, as we speak, they are currently on the go-through. They just had a press conference and stating the counts against the administration, while at the same time they are saying until their demands are met, they won't return to the classrooms. So we're right here, live from the Tubman Pavilion on the main campus of the university.
Members of the Fourth Estate, we will appreciate for you to organize yourself so that we'll be able to provide additional information to you. Thank you.
Mr. President, my name is E. Van Kaman. I write for the GAN newspaper. Also report for the Global Barcelona TV that is live now. So students already started lesson this semester, and we are pushing midterm. So what will happen if the administration of the institution did not in the subsequent time address your issue? What will happen to the students that started their activities already? And because you are saying that you will not start activities until your concern are met.
I want to answer with a question. How will you teach if psychologically you are not balanced? How will you teach effectively if the university has refused to cater for your welfare and your well-being? So the answer to your question is that we will continue and will remain resolute, and it is our prayers that administration will make good on its desire, and if they mean well for the university and the entire student population, to address our concerns. So as long as these concerns are not met, we are going to stay out of the classroom.
The name is Brian Dio, and I work for Creative Mind Television, KMTV Liberia. Now, some of these concerns you raise are also national concerns. For example, ranging from the issue of salaries cut by extension. Were you able to have this negotiation, or were you able to raise your flag with the national government to address some of these things instead of only pressing on the university authorities?
You know, we have a structure. When teachers or faculty members are aggrieved, we don't run straight to national government. We go through the university administration. So where is your president? Where is Dr. Elliot Wilson? You listened to my speech since December 20 of 2021. This is a president that has refused to even sit down with Tupac. So these concerns will be transmitted to relevant ministries and agencies. And I'm sure they are listening and they will do their part.
Now, if you were asked to prioritize few things within your press statement so that you can return to the classrooms, let's look at the things you want to be prioritizing instead of all of the counts.
Everything is important.
I'm Philip A.G. J.D. III, representing the latest news. Do you think, my first question is, do you think this action of yours will yield any positive results as one? Number two, what is the message to those faculties who are not in concert with you? Thank you.
I don't believe in negativity. Whether or not this thing will yield any positive result depends on all of the actors, the administration, central government, and TUFA. TUFA alone cannot find resolution to what we are asking for. So it depends.
So what message do you have to other faculty members who are not in support of this action?
Well, we understand your right to not be part of us, but not to associate. But please, don't stand in our way.
Yes. So was you able to? So were you able to give some communication to the administration prior to this protest?
Yes, as I said, since December 2021, we have series of communications. We approached this thing systematically. We went to our immediate supervisor, in person of Dr. Menetu Wesley, who delegated his responsibility to HR, sadly. We then went to Dr. S. Benson Barr, who then gave the communication to cabinet, and then they came back to us with something that was not feasible. Then we wrote to the president himself, you see. So then we wrote to the board. Even though the president dissolved the board, there was one press conference he had in his office in which he dissolved the board. I don't know which president dissolves university board. He's now taking on the role of their President George Weah, who appoints the board. So we, however, wrote to the board of the university. And then we gave them 2 weeks. 2 extra weeks, man. 2 extra weeks. What more could we have done? Keep your questions coming, people.
Okay, I'm Lincoln H. Dahlia, representing CNET TV Liberia. Sir, will you mind students joining you in the process?
Well, thank you for that question. This is a non-violent initiative. We don't encourage anybody joining us whatsoever with the sole intent to cause destruction, to disrupt public peace. All right? So it is up to anybody. You can empathize with us if you want, that is your right. You can disagree with us, that is your right. But we will never encourage any form of confrontation.
Are there other things we didn't ask you might want to add up before we call off this conference?
The strike began Saturday, and it continues. And as you see, we will continue to monitor and stay out of the classroom. On that note, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. The SG will provide further guidelines when necessary. And then we have copies of our press release for you to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. TUFA President Francis Fuka just addressed a major press conference, and you can see the faculty are in solidarity with their colleagues. You can see them dress up as a sign of revolution in their right, and I see many of the professors directly also dress up. Students are also in solidarity as well. We here and thank you so much. KMTV Live from the Tubman Pavilion. What of course strike action from the Faculty Association of Tubman University started since Saturday, where they lay down the talks and saying they won't return to the classroom until several counts against the administration as well as national government is met. So we're here to bring you this live coverage, and I see students also in solidarity with the professors. Let's move back to the podium for continuation of this press conference.
I want to thank His Excellency, Mr. Francis K. Fuka, for delivering on behalf of the Tubman University Faculty Association. As you may know, and as he said, this action of academic disengagement began on Saturday. In addition to our points, we are also cognizant to the fact that we need to remind our colleagues, faculty of the Winnipeg Tubman University, that the Executive Council has set up a compliance committee. This committee is to ensure that all teaching staff, be a teaching assistant, adjunct faculty, and whosoever that is some way, somehow engaged with classroom activities, must comply to this academic disengagement. And on this note, the compliance unit was set up, and the compliance unit set up some compliance guidelines, which will be distributed to faculties and other well-wishers who are wishing to have a copy. But I will just briefly go over that the compliance committee or the compliance unit shall be the only body to ensure compliance. Any other individual who is outside the compliance unit may be in good standing or may wish to support the action, but may not be charged with the responsibility to enforce compliance. Faculty members are to totally disengage from all academic-related activities, whether in person, through emails, online, distance learning, and whatsoever. For faculty who are also engaged with community service, local teaching activities in the name of the Faculty Association or the Winnipeg Tubman University, shall disengage. And this will be in support of the academic disengagement overall. Also, the Executive Council, through the compliance unit, will update these compliance regulations time by time, and we will, we will inform all faculty, as the time goes. So, I want to thank you all for coming, and I will hand this session to the PRO so that he can be able to do any brushing.
The Secretary General of the Faculty Association of Tubman University, the public relations will take over this press conference. Like we said, this is a strike action from the Tubman University Faculty Association.
Member of the Fourth Estate, we appreciate for you to meet us so that we'll be able to disseminate further vital information. The next thing is we've got limited copies of the President's presentation, his press statement. So we will be doing the distribution both hard and soft copies so that the media will be able to have access to the information here provided. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. William Bland is the Public Relations Officer of the Faculty Association of Tubman University, and see the faculty I dress up in white as a sign of revolution. Many of them I...
On behalf of the Volunteer Tubman Faculty Association, I want to appreciate you for coming. To all of the press here present, we want to thank you for carrying this press briefing live and also attending. To the student body, we want to appreciate you for being here. We are really in your interest. In some way, I know that this action may affect you, but we are in your interest. And we are thankful that you are here in order to give your support. And I want to officially bring this session to an end. And henceforth, we will continue our academic disengagement, and any other party wishing to get additional information and copies of the information, please reach the PRO. Thank you so much.
Well, I see the faculty moving up. Just have been aware. Let's talk to some of the students. Welcome to KMTV.
Thank you.
Well, specifically, you witnessed the press statement coming directly from the Faculty Association of Tubman University. Tell us, how do you feel being a student and a former student leader, in fact?
Let me first begin by calling my name. Solomon Tubman, and I happen to be the 10th Deputy Speaker of the Student Leader Assembly of the Tubman University. It saddened me a lot to hear the president of the Faculty Association giving sort of anonymous information. And for the past time, we as student leaders, we have been in the process of engaging the populace that we are experiencing sort of problem. But having the faculty themselves coming up then is a serious alarm. So for now, as student leaders, we will not be fast to say a word, but we will remain calm for now. We will receive the copy of the press statement, and then we will start a press statement, and then we will share the press statement with the president of the university student. And after we share the press statement, hopefully maybe that when the authorities will show that the student community will come up, and then we will stay our own position statement if to be part of the Faculty Association or not.
What's it got?